Tennessee This Week from WATE's 6 on Your Side starts now.
President Donald Trump comes to East Tennessee. His message to the volunteer state with midterms just around the corner. Talking trade, the Supreme Court, and the Senate race. That race pitting Marsha Blackburn against Phil Bredesen. New poll numbers are out as the ads light up the airwaves. We are checking out where this race stands coming up on Tennessee This Week. Hello and welcome to Tennessee This Week. I'm Mark Mellinger in for Kristen Farley today. President Donald Trump spent time in East Tennessee on Monday raising money for Marsha Blackburn's Senate campaign and holding one of his Make America Great Again rallies at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. In the moments before the president addressed the crowd, reporter Josh Smith managed to get a one-on-one interview with Donald Trump backstage.
We have just a few questions.
Good, sure.
First of all, you were in Johnson City tonight to support Republicans across Tennessee,
Correct.
Mostly Senate candidate Marsha Blackburn.
She is a fantastic woman, Marsha. I've known her for a long time. As you know, I've been in Tennessee a lot. We won by a lot, I think 26 or 28 points. And Marsha's been there for so long with us, and she's going to help us so much. We need the votes because if you look at what they're doing in the Supreme Court, if you look at what they're doing to us on trade, the other side, meaning they want literally bad trade deals, they want open borders, crime pours in. She will be incredible. She'll be a tremendous, solid vote for us, and it's very important. And her opponent would be a disaster for us. You'd always vote with Schumer and Pelosi and Maxine Waters and that group, and there'll never be a time when he votes for us.
This is a tight race in Tennessee, which is a firmly Republican state that voted for you. Why do you think this is such a close race at this point?
Well, I just think probably when they get to know Marsha, you know, she was always from a certain area, but she's a Tennessee person. She loves this state. She loves the people of the state. And also he was known. He was pretty well known. But you take a look at your Second Amendment, he'll do damage to that. You take a look at trade, he'll do tremendous damage to that. Raise your taxes, she's going to lower taxes. We're going to be lowering taxes again. So really, Marsha will be, I think she's just going to be outstanding, and she's a good person.
Mr. President, today you announced the new trade deal, and did it from the Rose Garden. Right after your announcement, Senator Lamar Alexander said that he had concerns about ongoing tariffs and the impact on Tennessee, and specifically the automobile industry. For Tennesseans tonight, why is this new deal a good thing?
Well, it's a great thing, and I'm not using tariffs. I use tariffs to get the deal, because if they weren't willing to make a deal, as an example, Mexico or Canada, then I would have used tariffs. But we're not going to need tariffs now because we were able to make the deal. So we're not doing tariffs with respect to this, other than we use it as a negotiating point. And now I can say it. Frankly, if we didn't make the deal, I would have used tariffs, because it's a far greater, better thing than what was happening, because NAFTA was a disaster for our country. We lost millions of jobs. We lost thousands of companies. And I would not have allowed that to happen. So we're terminating NAFTA. We have a new trade deal that's going to be incredible for Tennessee. It's going to be fair. It's going to be a fair deal. You know, NAFTA was a one-sided, horrible deal. It was good for Canada, good for Mexico, bad for us. So Tennessee's doing well anyway with all of our economic policies, but this is the capper. This is the thing that really will put it into a league that will be pretty much unsurpassed.
You spoke very vehemently in support of Judge Brett Kavanaugh today in the White House Rose Garden. Has there been any update that you're aware of in the FBI's investigation today?
Well, nothing that I know now, but I will say the FBI is doing pretty much as the Senate wants, and we want to know everything. He's a fine man. He's had a great, incredible career. He was a top student, top intellect, the kind of guy you want. People are really loving everything except for the way he's being treated so badly by the Democrats. I mean, so badly. It's a very unfair situation. So we think he's going to be in good shape, but we like the idea of the FBI looking for the 7th time. This is number 7, by the way. This is the 7th time they will have looked. And we think that he's going to be in great shape, and hopefully in the very near future they'll take a final vote.
You named names when it came to people in the Senate who were questioning him today. What do Americans need to take from your approach to that news conference today, where you called people out?
Well, I did call people. You look at Blumenthal, where he was a person that said he went to Vietnam and he was a great war hero. He was never in Vietnam, and yet he's standing up there saying we want honesty, we want all sorts of things, all good things. But you take a look, he talks about transparency. I mean, here's a guy who literally for 15 years talked about the fact that he was a great hero in the Vietnam War, that comrades died alongside of him. He was never in Vietnam. And then he's talking about we want honesty. Cory Booker, who was a disgraceful mayor at Newark, New Jersey, he ran it into the ground. And take a look what he said when he wrote stories when he was in high school and college about his relationship to women. Just take a look at what he said. You know what I'm talking about. Or take Dianne Feinstein, where she holds this letter and everything, all information. She holds it till after everything's finished, and then she brings it into the last moment, and then they complain they need more time. This is dishonest stuff. So we think Brett's going to be fantastic. I can tell you the people of Tennessee love our very conservative Supreme Court justice.
Final question, is there anything the FBI could tell you at this point that would cause you to rescind your nomination of Brett Kavanaugh?
Well, look, if they come in with something negative, I don't expect that. He's had an unblemished 30, 35 years. He's been a top judge, highly respected. People thought he'd be a Supreme Court judge for the last 10 years. He was meant for it. He was #1 at Yale, I believe. He was #1 at Yale Law School, or right up there. And I think he was actually #1. And he's a great student. He's a I feel he's a very compassionate guy. What they did to him and what they did to his family, what they did to his daughters, the things they said, it's just a disgrace. And they shouldn't be allowed to get away with it.
Do you have any idea when you'll hear the results of the investigation?
I think pretty soon. I think it's going to move along quickly. We want to move it along quickly. They want to take a vote and hopefully get him approved. We did Neil Gorsuch, and that was tough, but not like this. Nothing's been like this. Nobody's ever seen anything. This is just people that want to obstruct the Democrats. They want to obstruct. They want to resist. They run on resist. Just resist. They resist everything. And there are a lot of bad people. When you look at what they did and what they're doing to that family of a man who's a highly distinguished man who's had a tremendous career, it's very sad, actually.
What are you going to tell this crowd as you're being pulled from the road?
Well, we have a very big crowd. I was told they have like tens of thousands of people that can't get in. And I'm going to tell them that I love this state and that Marsha Blackburn will be a great senator. She's a professional. She's a great person. And she'll always give us the vote because, you know, Tennessee likes what I'm doing. And you see what I'm doing. Even with the trade deal that was announced with Mexico and Canada, this is a great deal for this state, you know, for Tennessee, for the country. But she's going to be a vote for us, and Bredesen will never be voting for us. He's going to vote the way Schumer wants. He's going to be voting the way Nancy Pelosi wants. We don't want that. That's not what we want. We have to have somebody that takes our agenda, because we have a tiny majority. But literally, I always say it's a majority. If somebody has a cold, if somebody's not feeling well, you don't take the vote. You know, we have one person missing, and it's we have to wait around. We need more people, and she will be a great, great senator.
President Trump, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your time with local television.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
A quick note before we move on. That interview was recorded earlier this week, as you know, and this show tapes Thursday night. That obviously is before the Kavanaugh nomination, which was slated to happen on Saturday. Now, as President Trump made his visit, reporter Elizabeth Kubel heard from WATE 6 on Your Side political analyst George Korda about the president's choice of East Tennessee for this stop on his midterm campaign tour.
When a sitting president comes to town, no secret, that is big. And arguably, the smaller the city, the bigger the deal.
Johnson City's a smaller market, which will excite everybody in that area.
The Tri-Cities in general, traditionally bright red.
You've got 3 cities, one of them in Virginia, that are going to react to this.
President Donald Trump holding a rally in Johnson City, Tennessee, Monday night. A move that fits, WATE political analyst George Korda says.
It makes sense from a political standpoint, both for Trump and for Marsha Blackburn, in this effort to get the Republican base fired up to go out and vote in the Senate election.
Congressman Blackburn running a tight race against former Tennessee Governor Phil Bredesen, both vying for a U.S. Senate seat. The current Senate holding a slight Republican majority.
Marsha Blackburn is more likely to cast votes in the Senate to support the Trump program than is Phil Bredesen, who is a Democrat.
Do keep in mind, just a little more than a week ago, Vice President Mike Pence came to Knoxville. That, Korda saying, speaks volumes.
If Pence and Trump are here, it means the internal polling by the Republicans is showing this is uncomfortably close. Even if she's ahead, she's not ahead by enough to make them comfortable. You've got to get the people who should be voting for you to get out and actually vote for you. So you've got to get them motivated. And that is exactly why Trump is coming to East Tennessee. Marsha Blackburn very much needs him to motivate the Republican base.
And that was our Elizabeth Kubel reporting. Still to come, our panel of pundits talks about the presidential visit and the race that brought the president here. That's next. You're watching Tennessee This Week on WATE 6 on your side.